Good evening, folks. This is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Thursday, March 22nd at 10:22 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. You're looking at an uptick in seismic activity and an upgrade in a event that just took place off of the coast of California, 22 kilometers northwest of Petrolia. They were both reading 4.6 just seconds ago, and they have been upgraded to 4.7 as we speak. We're going to be watching this area very closely. This is not maybe the event. These could be foreshocks to a major event about to occur, or we could be finished right now. But we are taking note, and this is the largest seismic activity in quite some time in the California region, specifically up here by this Cascadia rupture zone. We're going to be watching it closely. Let's get on with the update, and we'll come back to it. Photos: spring nor'easter blankets the mid-Atlantic, shatters snowfall records. The first day of spring featured a major winter storm, breaking all records. 5,000 flights canceled, 100,000 without power. Still tens of thousands without power as we make the video. Records broken everywhere. Snowfall totals through 1 a.m., 14 at Islip, 8.7 at LaGuardia, 8.4 at Kennedy, 8.2 at Central Park, 7.9 at Newark. All records. 8.2 in Central Park, broke 7.1, set back in 1958. 8.7 in LaGuardia, broke the old record of 6.9 from 1958. 8.4 inches at Kennedy, broke the old record of just 0.8 inches back in 1993. And 7.9 inches in Newark, broke the old record of 5.3 in 1958. Old records were also shattered in Philadelphia, Harrisburg, Allentown, Washington Dulles International Airport, Islip, and other regions. For cold times' sake, hey, Anita, that's the title of your book. Winter storm dumps record amount of snow over Borough on second day of spring. Heads up, Brooklyn. This is Joey from the grind. I'll leave you links to all these crazy things, including my reference to Joey from the grind. It's official. New York City hasn't seen snow like this in 130 years. Oh my goodness. Heads up. New York City has not seen over 30 inches of snow year after year after year since 1980, since records began being kept. That 5-year stretch occurred during the presidential administration of Chester A. Arthur. Heads up. Multi-day snow records being broken back 130 years, bringing us back here into the centennial minimum at cycle 12. Take a look at cycle 25's predicted size, and I would imagine it's probably going to be a little lower here, probably mimicking 12. Based on the historical information, a springtime record, snow in Berks County, photo galleries and video. Now, guys, Berks in PA. Previous top snowfalls after the vernal equinox include 10.1 inches back in 1924. By noon Wednesday, the date snowfall record, 4.2 inches set in 1964, had already fallen. Local weather watchers believed it topped a 10-inch accumulation recorded in 1924 back in Berks. He looks convinced. So we're breaking records here, and they're really going back into the documents to really figure out what's going on here, because records are falling everywhere. The 11.9 inches of snow that fell Wednesday broke the 64 record of 7.5 inches in State College. The 2-day storm total 14.2 inches, including 2.3 inches on Tuesday. The snow ranked the 4th biggest in March in Harrisburg. Elsewhere, Allentown tripled its snowfall record. Allentown had 13.2 inches, burying the record of 4.3 set back in 64. The 5th largest snowfall in March for the city. And on 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 and on. Even Dillsburg picked up 11. For all you Dillburgers. Heads up, Ashland. Schuylkill County, Louisville 14 in Perry, Mount Carmel 12 in Northumberland. Boom. That is a lot of global warming falling everywhere. Totally eclipsing it, the Sierras. Nearly 16 feet of snow has fallen in California's Sierra Nevada in just 18 days. And that's not including the snow falling right now. 4 to 7 feet of snow are predicted over the next 5 days, which will make it 20 to 27 feet of snow in the last 21 days. Ho ho. Now that's a lot of snow, guys. That's a sign buried, and it's probably covered now. 3.5 feet in 24 hours is an impressive amount. That happened just back on the 17th. Look at the change. Look at the change in the Sierras here from the 21st. Boom! Heads up. They won't be serving up too many drought sandwiches this year. Storm pummels Southern California currently, so far avoiding major mudslides. That's good news. There is no reports of loss of life, but the storm is not over. It's going to intensify, be going on right now while I'm speaking, all the way through 6 a.m. Let's talk about a hailstorm leaving 400 vehicles damaged at a Texas dealership. Nearly 400 vehicles damaged Sunday at Caldwell, Texas, as the hail size increases. Huge hail. That was huge. Parts of Bastrop County Sunday during late afternoon thunderstorms. 4 to 5 inch diameter hail reported south of Smithsville on Highway 95. Rental cars in short supply after severe storms leave thousands with hail damaged vehicles in Alabama. Monday's severe storm left hail damage to homes and vehicles. If you're looking to rent a car in Alabama, it may be a little difficult to find. Storms are only starting, guys. There's more severe weather forecast. Several storms every 3 or 4 days in these same regions. Now here, this hailstone could be all-time record. And they got it in a freezer here. Look at the size of it. It's in a freezer. Thing is massive. This is a piece from Coleman. Maybe large enough to set a record in Alabama. The stone measured 4.25 inches. The man found was bigger than the hailstone fell on Monday. The one that he found, according to the National Weather Service, confirmed it was 5.25 inches at maximum width, 8.9 ounces, and 13.75 inches in circumference. That would shake the ground. Not unlike the two 4.6s off the coast of California currently happening. This hail's only going to get bigger. We are not at the major events yet. Rain and hail rolls into Portland Metro. Heavy rain fell in Portland today, prompting Portland Parks and Rec to close all their grass sports. Also, you can see massive amounts of hail blanketing that region. We're going to get to the GFS model quickly here. But first, oh hell no, the rare weather phenomena that took Tampa Bay by storm. I have personally never seen hail like this in Florida. Folks across Florida and the Tampa Bay recorded hail as it pelted their windows, roofs, and property. That's just a screen capture there. So this hail is everywhere, guys. Let's look at the GFS model. Currently, this is 6 hours out. You're going to see a transition to sleet up in the northern Sierras, and you have heavy snow and thunder snow happening as the morning progresses. And then that will end tomorrow afternoon. But what we're going to develop is a upper Midwestern snowstorm / mini blizzard that dips down into Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, southern Ohio, and goes all the way down into southern West Virginia. Heavy snows in Virginia, West Virginia on Sunday. This weekend is going to be interesting. Let's real quick take a look at the snowfall totals just a few days out. Can bear with me. This model will run very quickly. There we go. 16 to 24 inches here. North central Iowa, and then some more heavy snow here all the way down in North Carolina. Looks like Asheville, Western Virginia, heavy snow. And the Sierra's looking for heavy snow. Also, heavy snow showing up here on the coast of southwestern Oregon and northwestern California. That is through Sunday. So that's how the models are looking through Sunday. Snow and hail in the forecast for Metro Vancouver. A mix of snow and rain can be expected in higher urban areas, as well as hail, according to Environment Canada. Huge snowfalls in Spain. That's a real picture, waist deep. I don't know what they're trying to shovel out there, but it's going to take an army. March has been a snowy month in Europe, continuing on a very snow winter across most ski areas, but unusually one part of the continent appears to have been buried. Spain. More than 30 ski areas located across Spain and through the majority, including most of the largest centers in the Pyrenees in the southeast. Snowfalls is falling all along the Portuguese border at record depths. This is a roof that they're trying to shovel down into the building there. Snow has been falling across the country and Spain's highest resorts, also Europe's most southerly, Sierra Nevada, down on the Mediterranean coast, has had 45 centimeters of fresh snow in the last 72 hours. The bases are all-time records. I'll leave you links to this. Fear-mongering all over the internet as Yellowstone eruption is imminent, falsely being reported. There is no imminent eruption, but there is a new paper out. And if you just were to go get the paper, lower mantle plume beneath the Yellowstone hotspot revealed by core waves. Oh my God! This was just released 3 days ago, published online. And gosh, it really sent the fearmongers through the roof. All it basically says is that Yellowstone's hotspot is heated up by a magma plume. I don't know what you guys thought was heating it up, but it wasn't Jesus, it wasn't chemtrails or HARP. This is science we're looking at here at this paper, and the lower mantle plume beneath Yellowstone was revealed by a type of remote sensing called core waves. So basically they have a picture of where the hot spot is, and it doesn't mean that it is going to erupt imminently. It simply means that the hot spot below Yellowstone is a hot spot. Oh, hello. Gee, I wondered why Old Faithful went off regularly. Because there's a mantle plume under there. This just locates it more precisely. That's all the science says. It doesn't say anything about an imminent eruption, so disregard all the fearmongers. They're full of nonsense. There is nothing suggesting Yellowstone will erupt anytime soon. Nothing. Nothing at all. And this paper has nothing to do with it. I'll leave you links to it. Read it for yourself. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Back to California. The most recent earthquake has been upgraded, of all things, by the USGS from 4.6 to 4.7. And it is the one that is closest to land. There is no tsunami threat. And we're going to be watching this area. Heads up. Times are changing. Everybody's on edge. You should start to do yoga, deep breathing, take your shoes and socks off, walk 30 minutes on the ground every day. Get back to nature. Start learning about planting. Start learning to commune with the earth you live on. I'll leave you links to the article. Second 4.6, which is now 4.7 magnitude earthquake, strikes off Northern California. This is the NBC Bay Area report. The data tampering at NOAA is even worse than thought. Over the last century, it has exaggerated global warming by the U.S. by as much as 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll leave you links to this. I'm sure you've all seen it. I covered this nonsense months ago. And this just hitting the mainstream through Delingpole. This graph is complete garbage. Here's the real temperature data. Since 2016, the temperature globally has dropped 0.420 degrees. Yes, 420, folks, 0.420. Holla. And if it continues in a linear progression, by 2019 and 2020, it will be below baseline and the freeze will be on. But this is a more of a logarithmic curve, so it should get steeper, similar to the steepness of the red right here, where global temperature has dropped 0.2 degrees C in 2 months, the last 2 months. That's the data coming from the unadulterated satellite data, not from NOAA, thankfully. I'll leave you links to the nonsense. Let's talk about solutions, the nutrition in sunflower sprouts. Sunflowers are native all over the world in the moderate latitudes. In North America, we have dozens of sunflower species. The arnicas are in the sunflower family, but it's the sunflower itself, the seed-producing sunflower, that is nutritious to eat in sprout form, as well as to grow full size to save the seeds for oil and nutrition. So this is a very easy lesson to learn on how to grow sunflowers. They're simple to grow, and you can then sprout the seeds. It's a great source of protein and other antioxidants. Very simple to do. And if you're worried about doing it, I just erased the video. But don't worry, it'll pop right back up. So I have a video here from on how to grow sunflower sprouts. It's simple. And the reason I'm suggesting you do this is it's something you can stockpile. You can buy a 20 or 50 pound bag of sunflower seeds on sale for 10 or 20 bucks, depending on where you're getting them. I wouldn't suggest really to buy the bird food type sunflower seeds. They're probably sprayed with poison or chemicals, but they can be rinsed and washed. Some people do that. The sprouts itself probably won't be that tainted, but I'd rather source a clean supply of seed that's actually meant for growing or sprouting. Not that expensive, but this is how to grow sunflower sprouts, a tasty chlorophyll-rich protein source, and it's coming from Superfood Evolution. So great video, and over here to the right, you'll see hundreds of other videos on how to grow sunflower microgreens. It doesn't take much light to sprout these babies. And they can do it. You can do it just above freezing, but I suggest you do it in a little warmer area because they do a little better. And they're very juicy, full of nutrition, and absolutely delicious. If you haven't tried a sunflower sprout, it's the trendiest thing all over in this region. We're getting $5 for 5 ounces of these at the farmer's market. They're buying as many as we can grow, so you can literally make $200, $300, $400 a day just by sprouting them every week at the farmer's market. It's a great business model. If you start your own sprouting stand at any farmer's market, you could pocket $300 to $500 a week just by sprouting sunflowers and other easy seeds. So I threw that out there for you. I hope you're listening. The ground is shaking off of the coast of California, and that's today's boom. But it's mostly a wake-up call that if you're not prepared for a major event happening, you should start doing so now. This is the earth shaking beneath your feet to start learning about how to sprout sunflower seeds. Learn how to grow your own food. Learn what's important to stockpile in case an event happens that the power will not come on for a very long time. Do you have the necessary ingredients to survive and thrive in the times when the SHTF event occurs? And you can no longer go to the supermarket. You can no longer watch your Netflix. God forbid. We're basing this all on science. You've been watching the channel. You know where all of our predictions have been coming true. What you're looking at here is the last 6 interglacials. And they're all laying over each other. Those of you asking, are we going into an ice age? We are in an ice age. We just happen to be up here at the warm part. All the rest of it is cold and very cold. This is when we warmed up 12,000 years ago during the Great Flood, and we've been warm ever since. Here's the medieval warm, and we've been dropping off since then, and we're going into a glacial cycle that will last for tens of thousands of years. Based on the ice core data that we have high resolution for the last several million years. You're looking at it. And overlaid on top of that are the solar insolation and other cycles, according to Milankovitch. This graph can be found on our Facebook page at Solar Shutdown. So you can go there and look at it, and I'll leave you links to that below. We still have several more years of the solar minimum. We will not come out of 0 sunspots until sometime January 2021. That's a very long time from now. The weather is going to continue to get worse. The climatic shifts are going to intensify for 2 more years. So the time is now to start preparing to survive and thrive in the coming times. This is the temperature on Earth since the warmest year ever. And we're dropping off a cliff. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Share this with like-minded people. Subscribe to our channel now if you haven't. And be safe, everybody.